fucking course. Sorry for that. It's just like, of course, of course, when I go to start it, that's when the phone wants to fall accordingly. Yeah, so basically, even though I'm going to be eating, I figure I'm going to do some videos like this, where basically I talk about things. Yeah, and I'm going to eat. I decided to kill two birds with one stone, basically. Yeah, so I want to talk about the world, basically. Real broad concept, but at the same time, what I think about it, and what I've always thought about it, really. I mean, we can just get off right from the start, two things. My whole life, I've always felt like something was wrong. And then two, dog hair. Two, at 16, I think 16 was the age when I got a job or when I knew about things, about the slavery, because I think most of the world is enslaved. I do want to do a video primarily on Black Lives Matter, because I'm starting to feel like it's a distraction. I don't want to down talk it, but I think it is. They're not fighting for the right reasons that they're maybe think they should be fighting for. That being said, obviously I can't tell the whole of what everyone thinks. And how everyone feels. But ever since 16, I knew right from the jump I didn't want to work 40 hours a week right from the jump. I've always liked music. Originally, one of the things I really liked to do was make a band with all my friends. Even though they liked music, they didn't want to make a band. In fact, I would never talk to musically inclined people pretty much my entire life. All the bullshit that they taught us in school about music didn't interest me because it was bullshit. They just teach you bullshit, basically. If you're going to teach someone something, teach them interestingly. Or be enthusiastic about it, nonetheless. Should I move it up? Hopefully the volume's good, which I would imagine it would be good. I just don't want to act like, I don't want to speak super loud for something I don't necessarily need to speak super loud about, maybe. Just waste that energy. And that's pretty much it when it comes to right then and there. What's going on with that? And I still feel the same. And this is how, I'm 25 now, if it matters. And I felt that way when I was 16. And then I always felt something was off. So, school was basically hell. School doesn't do anything. It's hell. And everyone's parents, some people know this, and they still send their kid there. Like, oh yeah, just go send your kid there. Yeah, go send them to hell. It is hell. It's like a concentration camp without killing the kid. You just kill him slowly. And then they absolutely feed you garbage there. They feed you garbage. And then they make you pay for it. Yeah. If they gave you like raw milk there, high quality end food, okay. I don't really have anything that, it's just like everything I always say, no matter what I say in any of my videos, it always comes back to one thing. What the world's gonna come to. You know, the world's not meant to be like this. And I'm not saying life isn't good, but for the fair most of humanity, it pretty much sucks. They suffer. Blah, blah, blah. Do jobs that robots can do. Oh, what are they gonna do when we don't? If you think robots are bad, which it's not that they're bad. They're gonna do the task, that monotonous task that we don't want to do. That's the whole point of robots. Like this one guy said, and I've heard before actually, you know, the Venus Project and Zeitgeist and all these things. People don't have to work. They make you work to be their slaves. The people at the top that don't work at all, they don't work at all, but you have to work, and you have to tell other people to work, and you think it's right to work, and you feel like you have some dignity to work. It's a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day. I'm really actually just concerning the truth now. I'm like discerning it. I'm coming straight with it, how I feel. I'm not gonna say reside these feelings would be the word, but I've always felt this way, and you know, but now I'm in a position where I can not publicly speak necessarily, because I don't have a lot of followers and stuff like that, but not to say these videos aren't going to build up and build momentum, anything like that. It's just more so how I feel in the position and the things I know a little bit now. Now I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode so people wouldn't call me, but hopefully no one interrupts this. And it's just the same thing with everywhere, you know. There's a bunch of stuff they're giving us that we don't need. The thing is, a bunch of people, most of the world is retarded. That's a problem. I mean, they want you to be stupid. They want you to feel like you got to do this routine every day. There's no such thing as a routine. The only routine that actually would be the eat something if you need to eat something, and sleep when you need to sleep. Obviously have fresh air and drink something if you want to drink something. We're getting charged for excessive stuff that we don't need. The people at the top don't work at all. How could they? Why would they? You gotta understand, this is all like someone's game, someone else's game, someone else's virtual reality. Basically, if you're living in it, you think you got to do these things certain a day, you know what I mean? Or even be entertained to some degree. People use entertainment for distraction, and they use entertainment just for mere entertainment. Now, I'm always one to entertain myself. Why would I ever watch a game unless I'm about to play? I hate watching games in my entire life. I think people, if you don't have an option, if you're crippled or something, okay, but why would you not anticipate or participate in the game? It's like people, I understand why people aren't open-minded and things like that. They're just like indoctrinated into the system. That's pretty much what it is. No one is gonna come save you. Jesus is not coming back. And even if he does, that's gonna be one hell of a drug, because like, you're hoping for someone to be resurrected. That's, I'm not saying it can't happen, but God forbid. That's not, we are the gods. We are meant to make the change. We are meant to live free. We are basically, if I had to paint a perception in you, we're basically, and you would have to take this from the contextual evidence that we have. Like, I don't believe the history, anything like that. It's not, it's just you've been tricked and you've been fooled. I've been tricked with everything pretty much. 99% of people are still retarded, though. I don't know why, because they're indoctrinated, basically. Or some people just aren't that smart. We would be living like Native Americans that live off the land, that never fought anybody. Maybe some disputes, maybe between some tribes, but all in all, they want peace. And they're not burning down, they're not building civilizations out of and destroying. They respected the land. I think that's something we all can agree on. We're supposed to live free. You don't have to work for it. The only thing you would have to work for would be farming, or going to hunt food, or maybe defending yourself. But I'd rather live. Okay, let me put this in perspective. Just know also, everything is not how it's supposed to be. That's for sure. Second of all, if you take a dog that sits at home, I would rather honestly have a pet dog. Anybody who has a pet dog, I would rather them be free. Why would I rather a dog be free? Because they're not gonna live their full potential life. Yes, the dog might die, but that's the thrill of nature. We're not all meant to live. I'm not saying we're all meant to die either. It's not necessarily like that. But when you look at an animal perspective, like a dog or a wolf, they travel in packs. They're around dogs. Not to say they can't get along with humans or anything. They thrive in a pack. Most people have dogs and stuff that don't want to be inside. These dogs thrive outside and are meant to be outside. You're not doing the dog any favor unless it was injured. Every animal out there is fine on its own. Same with human beings. You think you can help people all the time. Most people don't need help. More than certainly, they don't want help, which is fine. I never in my life would try to help somebody again that doesn't want help. You gotta understand, our whole life has been manipulated. All of it. Every piece of it. It seems like everything that was put into place other than nature and like living tribal stuff, it's just like a fancy. This is all someone's dream. You're just indoctrinated into someone. All these rules, the seat belts, the cars, the wires for the phones and stuff, this is pre-programmed, predictive. It's useless to me. It's not shocking me. I don't want none of this stuff. I don't need none of this stuff. I'm just giving the message out. This is all nonsense. And I'm really disappointed in all the leaders that aren't speaking up against this, because they're pussies. We don't have no leaders. I don't believe in no leaders. We don't even have leaders anymore. We don't have leaders. A leader is someone who speaks out and says something right now, and makes a change right now. That's a real leader. That's a real leader to me. No one else. I dispute it. I'm in my own category, my own lane. I'm out of it. Like, I'm out of all this stuff. I don't need to listen to anybody. If I choose to, I can. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else. Everyone else is equal. Even the evilest person, the most evilest person is equal to the most good person. Even the person that's dying the most healthiest, they're equal. What's funny is, no one ever knows what they're talking about, but everyone thinks they know what they're talking about. especially the sheep. Sheep are the worst ones. If you ever feel like something's wrong in your life, that's because it is. Now, what should you do about it? There's a bunch of ways to go about it. You might as well not follow anyone but yourself. Take what you want that benefits you. You're supposed to feel good every day. You're supposed to be full of energy every day. Every day. If you're older, you've been duped. And you don't feel that way, you've been duped. You don't necessarily age and get older. It's a very slow process. I don't care what anyone, I've seen it. The only people that look like they're dying are people who neglected their body and don't take care of their body. That's what made me so into health all my life. Before I even got into raw food, and even in the food, I always worked out and stuff. I always seen people. Nothing in my life made me want to smoke a cigarette. I had to be an idiot to smoke a cigarette. I had to be. There's just no way. Me personally, nothing ever wanted me to smoke a cigarette. Huh. I could understand though how it happens to other people. I'm just me personally. I would have to be an idiot to smoke a cigarette. But that's just me saying some stuff, huh? You know, nothing's further from the truth. The only truth out here is nature. Everyone keeps saying look inside for the truth. I'm starting to think that's bullshit. The truth's right there in nature. Truth is not inside of you. How you feel. I guess if you're talking, I guess that's right to a degree. They're both right, but nature's the true answer. There's a discrepancy of everyone keeps saying, look inside of you, look inside of you. Yes, you can look inside of you, but there's also answers outside too, I would say. There's nothing wrong with looking inside of you, but naturally that's what we do. They've just indoctrinated us to not look inside of us and not listen to us. You know, I'm just gonna start hitting everyone with the truth. There's not holding back with nothing anymore. Of course, I'm not gonna go after people either, which that would be pointless, and argue with people or debate with people, because the truth is always the truth. How we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live with the community, with nature, like literally in nature. Literally, we need very limited technology. No one's supposed to be sick. We're supposed to be full of energy and having fun all the time. No one's really supposed to be depressed. No one's supposed to be cooped up in the house all day. Oh my God. Watching the news. Not saying there won't be internet and some stuff to watch on TV or a screen. Sure. Not bullshit. You see, like, the whole news is a front. The news is like a front. Nothing on the news is real. It can't be real because the news isn't real. Like, the whole screen isn't real. Your life outside of the screen is real. Now, when we break off into YouTube, or somebody who would hack a TV or a televised program, then you'll get a realer message, because it's just me behind this message, the individual, which we are all individual. The news is just like a collective conscious they want you to see and to be. Everything on the news is, even the programming of Modern Family, of all the TV shows, how we're supposed to live, what we're supposed to eat. They show garbage all the time. It's all garbage. It's all garbage, like literally all garbage. Yeah, it's our childhood and we may have some kicks out of it, and some of it may be arguably entertaining, and maybe some of it funny, and some of it may be educational. I'm not gonna, like Animal Planet and maybe things like that, they don't want to tell you any truth out there. They don't want you to know. They're just gonna give you a bum ass proof of it, like half proof, such as like history, like pyramids. Oh yeah, the pyramids are there, but the pyramids they're not free electricity towers, they're tombs. Yeah, they're tombs. We don't know what they are. They've been here. We've just destroyed all the books that tell us about them and don't want you to know. And another thing is, travel should be for free. Why is travel? You should be able to travel anywhere realistically for free. No ifs, ands, or buts. Realistically. freedom, no one's going to go molest other people. We would put a stop to it. Molesters, child molesters, rapists, murderers have to hide because they can't be in the public eye because we don't like that. Naturally, we don't like that. That's why they hide it. Hide it. They have to hide it, which is what they do. The people at the power make you do all the work for them. Meanwhile, we could all live together, but they just want to be assholes, live off fear, terror, control, power, which is fake power, basically. I mean, they got power for sure. A lot of power. They just manipulate you. Has nothing to do with money. Life has nothing to do with money. In fact, we could abolish money and live without currency. I guarantee it. Easily. Everyone's just a pussy, as they always been. I was never a pussy all my life. I will admit there were some times maybe I was afraid to say something to a girl, but I don't feel that way anymore. That also could go with I never had a dad or never had anyone behind me teach me how to do things. Some of that is natural, but then again, if I lived in a tribe and a community, I feel like I would already have like a real good bond with someone. It's just a family matter, you know, even more so, because I've never met one family to my existence to this day that has a good relationship, but I personally know. Oh, what's up? And that's just a downfall in itself. It's like, you know, there's a lot of things I can go off. For instance, all the controller, anything with a wire should be wireless. Anything. They're just bullshitting you. It's like somebody has all the keys to the world, technology speaking, but they don't want to give them to you. They want you to work your ass off, then fight each other, then divide you. Meanwhile, they could just give it to us and we could all live good and free. But no, they want something a little different. And that's a choice. And that choice will be undermined, of course. You gotta understand, evil runs a lot deeper, and it's been going on for pretty much since day one. People wouldn't care how much you look like if we were dressed naked all the time. Everyone's so caught up in looks. That's because we're forced to wear clothes. Girls want to be naked just as much as guys want to be naked, for the most part. Then we want to have the rapists and murderers, for the most part, and child molesters, are the people who run the world. And so, and they're making us seem like, even if someone, let's just say someone that's not an elite, someone who's not famous, is a child molester or a rapist, okay, that's one person. Okay, and there's probably something wrong. He's probably not eating good food. He's probably malnourished. I bet you he's malnourished. Or he's been indoctrined or mistreated in bad ways, evil ways, satanic ways per se, negative ways. Ways that are really unjust, and we can all agree on, probably, the majority of human beings. This doesn't, okay, that's one person. This doesn't amount for all the rapists out there that are hiding everything. You know what I mean? It's just like, if everyone was showed love, which ultimately, evidently, it's a lack of love in everyone's life that would predominate these things that would predominate in someone's life. Lack of love. So someone being mean or angry or raping or taking childs and being bloodsuckers. Even religions. I don't even believe in religion. Religions are just like a cult. They're just like a following. I have nothing against them. But my whole life had nothing to do with religion, and it still has nothing to do with religion, and always will have nothing to do with religion. I mean, let's be honest. I love cold stuff on a hot day, I will admit. But milk is a little bit cold. That's pretty much all for the video. I mean, it's a 25-minute video. Probably just sub to the channel. I'm probably just going to name it Freedom. Just know, we've been lied to all our life. Unless you've been living in the woods or a forest or fucking in the middle of the desert all your life and off-grid. Props to you. You're living the life. We pretty much we have two choices as humanity. A, go get away from everybody and go live where not a lot of people are and develop our own communities, or by ourselves. Two, since we were born in a community or civilization, turn the civilization around and fix it. You have two options. Or just be numb and don't pay attention to it, don't give a fuck, don't tell anybody, or just be not aware, have no clue, because some people will never know. There's a lot of people who never know, and it's up to you. Those are your options. And you know, I always keep all in touch. You know, it's better to have a bunch of options than only have one. Just like girls and guys, but we'll say, because it's usually women like to have a bunch of males to select from, because they want to know who's going to be true, or maybe just their natural instinct. They always have a lot of choices. That's why guys should have a lot of choices too. And I'm not just talking about sex. Anything. Workouts should be diverse. What you do in life should be diverse. Everything should be diverse. Unless you like doing something monotonous. I don't. I sure as hell don't like doing anything monotonous. Just like even instruments, like I don't like playing one instrument. That's why I play a keyboard when I play music that has a bunch of sounds that are all in the same key and frequencies, but they are a bunch of different sounds. That's why when you listen to bands, Nirvana, Blink-182, Red Hot Chili Peppers, for the most part now, some bands are diverse, but if you get a band with the same instruments, they're always going to sound somewhat the same, because the instrument sounds the same. Now that's why diversity is always going to be better. It's just always going to be, no matter what. And that's why bands pretty much have their own downfall and pitfall. They're likely to come out with a hit single, but all their other hits are going to sound similar, if that makes sense. Me, none of my music really sounds similar, though you could argue to a point. I don't, but I'm using different instruments and stuff like that, so it's never going to happen like that. Not to say it would, though. For the most part, though, we could say it's not. Yeah, that's basically it, though. Pretty interesting video. I'm probably gonna do more videos like this. You know, I'm feeling real better. Slowly, slowly feeling better. And I thought, well, I can eat something. I usually eat really fast. I usually probably eat within 10 minutes. So this is like really pushing it for me. That's fine though. I mean, who knows? Maybe. See, the thing about me is, if you watch the rest of this whole 30 minutes coming up, 29 minutes, I really appreciate it. I'm not giving no BS here. If you are interested in me, or just like my channel, like the following, whatever, there's ways to contact me. I have another channel, of course. I'm not judgmental against anyone, and also, nothing's set in stone for me. Tomorrow I could be like, I support the government. The government could change around, completely do a 180. Is it likely? No. Is it gonna happen? No. We have to do it. But just know nothing's set in stone. I'm always down to change. Nothing I say is forever. I'm just saying how I personally feel and how ultimately I've always felt. It's always been me and always will be me. It's up to you to make the change. No one else is going to make the change. Jesus isn't coming to save us. His entity and energy and presence of good positive energy may be here. It may propel us, but we have to make the initial step. You know, it starts with action, more so a vision, really. I will admit, I got some good liver, but the thing is, I got like 4 last time, but they've been cutting it weird, really weird every time, so some pieces have been really weird. That's about all for the video though, so thanks for tuning in.